Also, if you guys see any eyeshadow palettes that you want me to create a look with and make a video on it, just comment down below what eyeshadow palette you want to see me use more on my channel, because I would love to start doing more tutorials. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be taking you guys through my eyeshadow palette collection. This is part 4, I believe, of my makeup collection series. So if you guys are interested in seeing my entire eyeshadow palette collection and single eyeshadows and lashes, then just keep watching. Alright, so first I'm going to show you guys my single eyeshadows and eyelashes, and they're right here in this drawer. I finally got them moved to an actual drawer, and they were just sitting in a box. Now they're in a drawer. First, I've got some Ardell Wispies, which I still haven't figured out how to make them work for me. And then, of course, I have my 2 favorite pairs of lashes, which are from Kiss or Broadway Colors. It's kind of like both, I guess. We also have some wipes. Always need those to remove swatches. Then I have some lashes from Trace Chic, which I do really like these. They are nice and like very dramatic. They're good for eye look pictures and stuff. And I do have a code with Trace Chic. If you go to their website, I'll link it in the description. You can use code IMITATION and save, I believe it's 20% off. My mom got me these lashes, and I haven't found anything to use them for yet, but I feel like around Halloween time we might be able to do something really cool with these. Then my single eyeshadows. I don't have a lot of single eyeshadows that I really use. I do have this, however, which I do really like, and I know it's not technically made for eyes, but I use it on my eyes. And then I think the one I use the most probably in this whole thing is probably the CoverGirl Exhibitionist, I don't know, liquid eyeshadow. This is beautiful. It's just so pretty. I do like this, and I do like to use this. I am interested in trying to use this Cover FX one with my foundations, trying to mix it in. I'm unsure because of the color, you know, it's iridescent, but we'll see, we'll see. And the rest of these single eyeshadows, I just really don't use a lot. And then I've got my lash glues. This is my favorite lash glue. It's by Broadway Colors. It just has aloe in it, and it's clear, it's white, and it dries clear, and I like that one. So here I have some of my bigger eyeshadow palettes. We have the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette, which I don't ever use this. It's very cool toned and just not my speed. We have the Alamar Cosmetics. This is the Volume 1 palette. I got this in a BoxyCharm, same as the other one. And this one I do like, but I just, only has 8 shades and I don't use it that much. This is the one that I'm wearing today. I'm only wearing 1 shade though. I'm only wearing, I think it's Kana, I guess. I do like this palette for like really neutral looks, but I would like to try more of Juvia's Place's eyeshadow palettes because these are very pigmented. They come in huge pans and they're super affordable. We have this one by BH Cosmetics, and I don't know how to say it, but it's huge and it is a really nice neutral palette. I did make a whole video on this palette, but I accidentally deleted half of it and then I couldn't post it, so yay. All of these back here are Makeup Revolution. We've got the Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution, the Rose Gold Chocolate Bar palette, which used to be one of my all-time faves, and I still like to use this. We have the Red Velvet Chocolate Bar palette, which is really nice for fall. Peanut Butter Cup palette, which I don't really use, and I really need to give this one away because I don't ever use it. We have the 2 Soaps. We have the original Soap, which used to be one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes and honestly was my go-to for such a long time. Then we have the Soap Extra Spice, which I pretty much only got just to, support Soap. I don't like this one near as much as the first one. I mean, I do like the shade Cookie Dough, but the rest of it is just really not my speed. Then we have the Reloaded palettes. I have the Reloaded in Provocative, which is the pink one. We have the Foil Frenzy, which is just a bunch of foiled eyeshadows, and these are beautiful. I highly recommend everyone to get this palette because some of these shades are just amazing. Like, look at that. Then we have the Visionary, which is the purple one. And we have the Marvelous Mattes, which is just a bunch of rainbow matte shades. And I've used this palette a lot for creative looks, and it is very handy to have around. So in my top drawer here, I have a bunch of my smaller eyeshadow palette. Okay, so right here we have the Wet n Wild Pac-Man eyeshadow palette, which is limited edition, so I try not to use this too much, but it's a nice palette. Then we have the Tartelette in Bloom palette by Tarte, and I used to love wearing this out on like a date with my boyfriend, like when we first started dating. I use this all the time. It smells amazing, like chocolate. We have the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone. This is like the new comfort zone. I don't really use this much. I did used to use it a lot, but I found a lot better since then. We have the CoverGirl True Naked Queenship palette that I got in the Exhibitionist from Influencer. This was gifted to me, and it's a nice eyeshadow palette, but it only has one matte. And I'm just not like the biggest fan, although this one matte is a very pretty shade. It's just not really my favorite. Here we have my ELF palettes. So I have two of the bite-size eyeshadow palettes. First one I have is the Rose Water one, which is very pretty, but I don't use this one as much. The Cream and Sugar, which I absolutely love this. Just look at that. Ignore the other swatches and just look at that one. Like, wow. It's so beautiful. And these are only $3, and I highly recommend you guys check those out. Then I have some of the older ELF eyeshadows. We have the Mad for Matte, which is, you know, a cult classic. This is something you pretty much need to have. I used to love wearing this all the time for really simple eye looks, but I either don't do eyeshadow or I do something big most days. Then we also have the Rose Gold one, which also, this even made it into a favorites video of mine because I liked it so much, and now I just don't wear it that often, which I know is sad, but just not my go-to. Back here we have the Grandiose palette. This, I don't know if you guys remember, but this is the eyeshadow palette that I literally only kept for the shade Cinnamon because it matches my Kylie lip kit in Pumpkin perfectly. Then we have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, the Armed and Gorgeous palette. Wow, that was hard for me to say. I'm obsessed with this Top Secret shade. If I ever want to go for like an olive green, this is the palette I would pick. Now, the rest of the shades aren't like my favorite, but I pretty much have to keep it for that one, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. I have one more Revolution palette that's not with the rest of them. This is the 1 Millionth palette. This is a limited edition palette as well, and the shades in this are so nice and buttery, and I should use it more often, but again, it's limited edition, so I try not to use it too much. And when I really loved mauve makeup, this was pretty much my go-to, and I loved mauve makeup, which I don't really wear mauve lipstick or eyeshadow anymore. This stack back here is all ColourPop. I have the ColourPop Elsa palette, which is my newest ColourPop palette, and I like it okay. I don't know, I don't wear it too much. I've wore it recently, but I don't wear it too much. We have the Honey palette, which I love. I used to really love a nice yellow shadow, and sometimes I still really do enjoy a nice yellow shadow. And if I ever want an all yellow look, this is exactly where I go. Love it. Of course, we have Kathleen Lights' collaboration with ColourPop, the Zodiac. I don't know if you guys remember. If you guys saw me review this on my channel, then you guys have been here since the beginning because this was like literally my second video ever. Was me reviewing this palette and some other stuff from the collection. And I absolutely used to love this palette. Like, look at how dirty this shade is. The Libra, I absolutely loved that shade so much. The Libra and the Gemini, I would pretty much just mix the Libra with the Taurus and then put the Gemini over it, and that was like my everyday look. It is never leaving my collection ever. I love it too much to ever let go of it. It was the first palette I ever used on my channel, and it's sentimental to me. And this is the ColourPop Double Entendre palette, which I could probably also stand to get rid of this palette because it's just a bunch of neutral shades and I never use it. I thought it was gonna be so great because all these neutrals, and I just don't ever use it. This is the Yes Please palette. Why it says Cute Afron, it always confuses me because the palette's actually named Yes Please. But this is their like fiery shades. I used to wear this a lot, but I stopped wearing these like reddish, orange, yellow warm tones. I don't wear these very often. And so I haven't worn this palette in such a long time. This was one of my first eyeshadow palettes ever. It's looking really old. It used to be like white, and now it's like really dingy looking and kind of gross because I've had this for probably 4 years. This is the ColourPop Kathleen Lights, the original Dream Street. And I have a little backstory to this. Not that you guys care, but I have a little backstory. I got this palette because I started following Kristen Leanne on social media a long time ago, and I saw the name Kathleen Lights, and you know, Kristen Leanne, Kathleen Lights, KL, and I thought that this was Kristen Leanne, and so that's how I got this palette. And then when I got it, I was like, wait a minute, I was like, who's Kathleen Lights? I didn't know who she was, and then I looked her up, and now she's one of my absolute favorite YouTubers ever. I love her so much, and I'm so glad that I got this by accident because that's how I found Kathleen Lights. And Kathleen has helped me find a lot of things, including helping me start my channel, so that was really awesome. Then this is probably my favorite ColourPop palette other than the Zodiac. This is probably the one I use the most after the Zodiac. This is the It's a Princess Thing palette. I absolutely love this palette. I also reviewed this palette on my channel, and I absolutely love this one so much. I do hate that there's only one row of mattes. It's just that first row. I've never really liked that, but the second row of shimmers is just like so amazing that I didn't even care. So yeah, I love this palette, and I will keep it with me. Now, moving on to my favorite palettes, the ones I keep out and not in the drawers. It's right here in this little storage slot thing. This is where I keep all of my go-to eyeshadow palettes, my big eyeshadow palettes, and my, like, I guess sort of fancy eyeshadow palettes. So starting from the back, you guys can probably guess what this big black one is. It is the James Charles Morphe palette, of course. Every beauty guru on YouTube has to have the James Charles palette. It's just crazy if you don't. And I do actually reach for this a lot, pretty much almost any time I go for a colored look. This is one of the main eyeshadow palettes I use for colorful looks because it just has lots of colors. Then we have the Jeffree Star Alien palette. You guys saw me review this on my channel not too long ago. I can link that down below if you guys haven't seen it yet. I know this was limited edition, but it came in his Valentine's Day box. I didn't plan on getting a limited edition palette, but I got it anyway, and you know, I'm kind of glad I did. It's nice getting to try his eyeshadows. Then we have another Morphe palette. This is the Morphe 351 Icy Fantasy. You guys have heard me talk about this. I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. My camera just got really dark. I don't know why. I absolutely love this pastel palette. It is amazing. It is beautiful. I've been using this on a daily basis, and I absolutely love it. It's amazing. I am so happy that I bought it because I just decided to treat myself and just buy this because I wanted it. And I'm really glad I did because I have absolutely no regrets. This has been one of the best palettes I've ever purchased, and it has spiked my creativity a lot, so I highly recommend, if you guys can find this, because I feel like it was limited edition, I didn't know that. If you guys can find this, buy it. Then we have some more Makeup Revolution. This is the Makeup Revolution Patricia Bright palette, which you guys have heard about on my channel also. I also have a review of this on my channel, which I will link down below. And this also has a bunch of nice bright colors, and honestly it's a bit more vibrant than the James Charles palette, so I do reach for this one. I'd say quite a bit more than the James Charles one, just because it is so vibrant. And I have a very pretty idea for this green juice eyeshadow, and I'm very excited. The next time I get to do my makeup, I'm definitely going to do something super awesome with the green juice shade. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys will also like it. I might just do a whole video on it, honestly, because that would be kind of cool. Also, if you guys see any eyeshadow palettes that you want me to create a look with and make a video on it, just comment down below what eyeshadow palette you want to see me use more on my channel, because I would love to start doing more tutorials. I also have the Makeup Revolution Chilled with Cannabis Sativa. This is their weed palette. And this palette is so awesome. I think it's supposed to dupe the Melt Cosmetics one, maybe. I wouldn't say the eyeshadows are probably as good as the Melt Cosmetics, but honestly for the price, it is very good quality, and I love a good green eyeshadow so much. I am such a fan of green eyeshadows, and I do really like this palette. Though I haven't used it in a while, I really like the shade Leaf, and the shade down here called Exhale is very beautiful, and all of the matte shades have little pot leaves on them, and this is just such an adorable palette, honestly, and I just love the way it looks. Just, you know, sitting right here. I also adore Makeup Revolution's metal palettes, like how these are like tin. I love that. I don't know why I love it, but I love it so much. Then we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards palette. I won this in a giveaway. I don't really reach this palette too much. I should more because the colors are so vibrant. It is my most expensive palette that I own, and I probably should use it more often. I'm gonna save this palette right here because there's someone that needs to introduce this palette for you guys. So this is the Makeup Revolution the I Heart Revolution Strawberry Cheesecake Palette. This is a newer addition to my family. And I also have a review on this up on my channel. I did 3 eye looks with 3 different lip looks with this palette. This palette is so nice for a go-to pinky peach look. And I will find myself using this a lot more often because I really like it. Although it did come to me busted, which really stinks. But it smells amazing. It smells like the strawberry shortcake dolls from my childhood, and I love that. And we have the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette, which I haven't got to use too much, and I do have a video up on this on my channel as well, and I will link all of these down below if you guys are interested in watching them. And I probably should use this palette more because it wasn't expensive because I bought it through Ipsy, but it is an expensive palette overall. And I really like green eyeshadows, so I should use this more. I really like to use these 2 shades right here, these 2 matte ones, and I really like this shade a lot. Let me swatch this for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see that shade very well, but it is so stunning, and I absolutely love it. So this is my sister's cat, Hamilton, and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette is his favorite palette ever. He likes to do makeup. He likes to talk about makeup. It interests him. And yeah, this is his palette. And he's got to go now, but he really does like this palette a lot. So that's my eyeshadow palette collection. Make sure to subscribe for the next one, which will be my lipsticks and all my lip products. So yeah, give this video a big thumbs up for my sister's cat being part of it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and like this video if you guys really like eyeshadow palettes, because I definitely need to get more eyeshadow palettes. Tell me down below what your favorite eyeshadow palette is, because I really need to get some new ones. I just noticed that I don't use a ton of the ones I have, and so I really just need to switch them out and maybe give some of these away or give them to my friends, and then get myself some new eyeshadow palettes that are actually, you know, more interesting and that catch my eye more. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see the rest of my makeup collection. I'm not sure what I'm doing next. It'll probably be my lip products, so like my lipsticks and everything. So if you guys are interested in seeing my lipstick collection, then please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. You know, hit the notification so you can get notifications when I post videos. I post videos every single Saturday, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye!